so-called flying saucers.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the SA. It's rotating.
So welcome to Kill the Stigma. I kind of have to do an emergency podcast here, very short, because I gotta go. I'm about to drive, but I see people arguing about Rubio. What about what Obama just said? I'm gonna put some more context, and if you check out that speech, I didn't want to put 5 minutes of him talking about something else because nobody's gonna watch that. But at one point, it seems like he was almost tearing up, you know. And that joke didn't just fit, but the people laughed because, you know, people don't know how to handle this. But look, tell me what you think, all right? Let me just show you. Let's just do like 2 minutes and a half or something and see what he says. And keep in mind what he did in around May, June 2021 when the UAP report dropped and he got asked about it. And I am being serious here. He said, now, what about, why is nobody talking about that? I know Pavel covered it in Sigo Activo, but that's a, let me show you.
There is because we had a bunch of people who said, this isn't as good as we can be. But the ideals were there. That was the North Star that pointed us in that direction. And that's the exceptionalism of America. There have been empires of every sort on every continent that have had the biggest armies or had the most money or, built the biggest monuments, and it's bounced around from Egypt to Greece to China. That's not unique to America. Their empires have risen and fallen. You know what's been pretty unique is this idea that you get a bunch of people from every corner of the planet who don't look alike, don't worship exactly the same way to their God, and don't even, don't eat the same foods, don't have the same last names, but somehow they're all working together and they can figure out how to make this place their own and live together and create something that hasn't been there before. That's what makes this country exceptional. And so I think it's fair to say that my view of patriotism is different from our current president's. But it's also different from some critics on the left of America who tend to ascribe every problem in the world as something America did. Well, that's not accurate either. Yeah, we've made mistakes, but people sometimes ask me what surprised me most when I became president. It wasn't the workload or, Roswell and where we keep the aliens, that
Do we though?
that I suspected.
Okay.
Now, what surprised me most was actually the degree to which the international order that the greatest generation built after World War II, we underwrote this enormous era of progress that I think we take for granted.
So I just want your opinions on whether that joke fit. That woman was like smiling because she was like kind of a fan. She was admiring what he was saying, and then she just drops this Roswell thing, and she tries to ask Dewey 3 times. He's like, "Tut, tut, tut, tut." And he says, what did he say? I suspected that. I suspect it's controlled disclosure, man. It's controlled disclosure. It's like That's what this is. That's why he times it. You're telling me that it's a coincidence that that's what he said with the age of disclosure just coming up, that just came out? Is that a coincidence? How many coincidences do we get in this topic? I think I'm on, I lost count a long time ago, man. But I'm telling you, it's at some point, when you get enough coincidences, you got to start, asking, is there something more to this? So while you were, arguing about Rubio and all this, I don't know. Like, maybe we should talk about this. Just a thought, because I really don't see Donald Trump going, and I just don't see that right now, man. I think it's this topic has been loosey in the football for a long time, and I don't know how much longer they can do this for. But look, we got a bunch of stuff going on. We've made a lot of progress. We're going to keep making progress, guaranteed 100%. And that's all I got. I got to go. But stay positive. Love you guys. So I just wanted to make one correction. I said people don't know how to handle this topic and they laugh. Some people do. We're making progress, all right? But I guarantee most of the people listening to Obama, I don't know if they follow this. So, but yeah.